Hello and welcome to Yield Noting to Retirement. My name is April and I'm very excited to be here speaking about yield nodes and how it can be used as an investment vehicle to either start your retirement savings or to simply accelerate them. So, with that being said, let's jump right into it. This is their main website. You can find out everything that you need to know, how we are able to generate such great returns based off of the investments that we initially deposit. And just quickly, right here, we see that over a 15-month period, starting in September of 2019 through till December 2020, the average yield was 11%. And if a person chooses the option of monthly withdrawals, then that accumulated into 132%. And for people who chose to compound, which was to take their returns and reinvest them into their principal and make more money, it was 249%. So this right here is the secret sauce, ladies and gentlemen. This is what's going to get a person to be able to simply retire early, point blank, or get them at least on the road to a good retirement. So we go down here, you have the about section. What I really want to speak on is the minimum deposit, right? Just get to the point. The minimum deposit is only €500, which equates to about $600. Now, what I love about this is an entry point that anyone could participate. Makes it very easy, levels the playing field, and simply erases all of the excuses. You can save $600. That's just that. Uh, the wonderful thing is it's a very, I want to say, safe is, not everyone is comfortable with the word safe, but it's a very practical profit, I'd like to say. It's a profit that's projected at 5 to 15% per month. And one thing that Yeildnodes does is it does charge a 15% fee, which is taken out of that profit, which is very reasonable compared to the fact that you're not. I mean, given the fact you're not doing anything, you're simply just sending your money in, and they're doing everything else. So I think that's very fair, very generous, actually. This will show you what uh, your investment would have yielded, and it also compares it to the other indices, or other instruments, I should say. So it compares it to Bitcoin, the Dow Jones, and gold, and what you would have earned if you would have been invested compared to Yeildnodes. So, master noting, the core team, I love the fact that they're on LinkedIn. You can check them out. They are real people. And what is important for me is the fact that this is the nuts and bolts of it. So this is the network, and this is not smoke and mirrors. This is not play pretty. This is just simply real. This is how our profits are generated, right? The profits do not come from wishful thinking. I hope I have, a profit this month. I hope I have 10%. No, it's because these are coins that are actually working in the marketplace, and they're being generated and returned to the marketplace for sale, and we get our money. And that's the most important thing, to know that this is something that's based off of something that's, in a sense, mentally tangible. It's real. And I'm happy you guys are here because that means that you're open-minded and you want something different for yourself. So let's go over to the dashboard. Now we're in my account right here, and this is the balance that I have as of now. I did do 2 deposits, and one thing to note is I have a pending deposit right here. So it's going to be held for 7 days. After the 7 days, it's turned into master notable coins that are put onto the servers. And when you do get your profit, everything is broken down. You are given what your return on equity is, and course, that's the most important thing, what your balance is. I've been in it since November, and so I've had 2 months of profit. And even though this is a little over $7,000, a person that's quick would pick up that I should have had more return. But what it is depending on when you send your deposits in, it takes time for them to get loaded onto the servers. So you're not going to get the full percentage. Your money has to be in there for the whole month. And I love how they give you a weekly breakdown of what each week is earning. And we're on track now. January was 12%. I mean, I really think that we're on track to either hit 12 or maybe even exceed it. But hey, we have to wait and see. One other thing to note that's important is that um, there is a 6-month holding period for your funds when they are deposited. And that's a good thing because you know that money won't be um, coming in and out in an unsustainable way. So that 6 month, I like to call it a marination period, right? Is nice because uh, by the time you are ready to take withdrawals, you will have some profit, a decent amount of profit, depending on what you start with. So the other thing I want to note is that life happens and, people might be a little bit more hesitant to say, well, I don't know if I want to wait 6 months. Well, they came up with this new feature, which I think is great. It's an emergency withdrawal option where a person is able to withdraw their funds in case of an emergency. The caveat is that 25% will be deducted. And no, they don't keep it for themselves. You're not penalized by having an emergency. It's just simply that it keeps money in the nodes so that everyone else can continue to profit, not be affected by your personal emergency. So I love the fact it tells you what you have and what you'd be able to have access to with that 25% deduction. So very important. The other important feature, most important feature I feel, is the uh, emergency beneficiary right here. Life is going to happen. Um, Unfortunately, two things that are guaranteed in life: death and taxes, right? So, God forbid something would have happened to you and you didn't tell your significant other or a family member or anyone for that matter that you were doing this, that you were investing in it. Most of, in any other case, it would just die right along with you and money would be sitting there that no one would be able to collect on. They give you the option of naming a beneficiary, giving them the contact information for them, so that if your account is not accessed within a certain period of time that you specify, that emergency beneficiary will be notified and they'll have access to your funds, which I think is awesome. I don't think anyone else is doing this in terms of exchanges for cryptocurrency. I haven't seen it. So this is awesome. And what else? You get full reports, which is good. It tells you, what you're doing each month as you mature in the program. This explanation mark is here because it's saying that my profit was 6.56% for the month of January, and that's because it was a late deposit. I didn't get it in before the first, so on the 1st of January, it got put in about the 16th. So I didn't get the full 12%. That's the way the cookie crumbles, but at least I did get something. So we will have more for March. Yay. And what else do I want to bring to your attention? So you do, of course, have the two-factor authentication, which is important. Uh, oh, perfect. This just came to mind. Future value calculator. So I wanted to bring this up because saying something is totally different than seeing it with your very own eyes. And I think that this is important because a lot of people don't understand the power of compounding interest. And this is why I think that we can retire in 5 years with this, depending on, or at least I can retire in 5 years. depending, it's all going to depend on everyone's different situation, right? So let's say someone only has $600, the minimum to invest, and they left it for 5 years and just didn't think about it. And if you calculate that, that equates to $310,000, right? I mean, that's amazing. Where are you going to get that at? Nowhere. And the fact that you can actually sleep at night. I mean, I like crypto. I'm into crypto. I have crypto. But the one thing that is true is you do wake up in the middle of the night checking the market, seeing what's going on, seeing if Bitcoin is crashing. This is awesome because this is, very proof in a sense. You invested $600. I mean, imagine if, look at the people who are Bitcoin millionaires. There are people out there that had the vision and foresight to take a chance in 2009 when Bitcoin came out and said, you know what, hey, I can put $600 into it. It's less than a penny, less than 50 cents, less than a dollar probably. And now it was at over $58,000. It reached $58,000 a couple days ago. So come on. I mean, it's a no-brainer. 310,000. But now imagine if you could do 10,000. Let's see what that would be. Very interesting. So this is why I'm saying that this is a vehicle for retirement. If you're 5 years away, 10 years away from retirement, this is a program I feel like can definitely last at least 5 years. So, and they're really looking to grow. If you listen to any of the CEO's interviews, he's very passionate about it. It's very dear to him. As he did mention, he said, I have friends and family that are invested in this. We want to preserve the capital as much as possible, and we want to do the right thing. And they are trying to do the right thing. So very rarely do you come across people who are really looking not only to give you something of value, but to keep making it better. And that's what they're doing, like with the withdrawal feature. That's compassionate, of someone to think of what could possibly happen and how people can be impacted by life, and they need access to their funds. So down here on the future calculator, you get a breakdown of how the amount is reached, and you can see it for with your very own eyes. So, my goal in doing this video is to give people another option of looking at maybe another way to fund their retirement. I know that retirement has been on my mind as of late, and I'm just grateful that I came across this opportunity and that I'm doing it. So I'm going to leave my link in the description below. I'd love for you to click on it and go to it'll take you to the Yeildnodes website, just for vanity purposes in a sense. I chose to go with the domain name, so it's masternode2retire.com, and click on it, register, and please leave a comment. This is my first video, so I'm excited. And leave a comment down below and let me know if you think this would be a good vehicle, for retirement, or how do you plan on using it to retire. So until the next time, I hope that you have a great day. And yeah, let's just node to retirement. Let's yield node to retirement. Okay, everyone, have a great day.